Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Fluffy, and I'm back with another video. This is season 2 of Worries and Wine. And as you guys can see, I have Hustle family here. Hustle, say what's up to the people.
What's happening with it, y'all?
So before we get started, right, tell them what's good. Hustle, it's been a minute since we've seen you on. What's going on?
Oh man, life, just living.
I'm so glad living. He has stuff to tell y'all. Right.
There's a lot. When we get to the pour and drink thing,
because it's been a lot.
Let me tell you something.
Right.
I'm blaming COVID for everything,
y'all. He's gonna go over everything in just a moment, y'all. So we are gonna get started, but y'all, season 1 was phenomenal. Thank you guys for allowing me to have this platform with you guys, and I'm sorry it took me a while to come back, but as Hustle has put it, life has happened. However, we are back and we are rocking and rolling, okay? Rolling and rocking, whatever you want to call it, okay? Today's wine is the macaroon. Let me see if you guys can see that. I wanted to call it McCarran, but I'm assuming it's like the macaroon because there's pictures of macaroons on it. This is a bottle of wine that goes for typically under $10. It is a red wine, so it's going to be kind of tough for you guys to see it. It is more on the sweet side, in between sweet and medium sweet. You can add fruit in this wine as well to make it a little bit sweeter, to have kind of like a silky finish. Or you can go ahead and have something that's more on the spicier side when you're eating your food. So keep that in mind. Great taste, and it's cheap. Hustle, tell them what you got.
We love cheap. So I want to get y'all with the 19 Crimes Snoop Dogg edition. And if we talking cheap, this, when I first seen this bottle, it was $20, but they did have it on sale at Winco for $10. So another cheap wine. It's more of it's a red wine, but it's more of a tangy wine. Like, to me, it's tangy.
Okay, so it's got that tart.
I can tolerate the tartness, you know.
Okay,
it's cool. I mean, when you could drink yak and all that, a little tart. You hear me? You hear me?
You heard?
Most definitely.
Okay.
And I just want to say thank y'all for having me on here again for the second time. Season 2 now. That's what's up.
Yeah, we're on season 2 now.
That's right.
We're on season 2, y'all. So let's see how far we can take it this time. And what boundaries can we press? Because I don't know if you guys know, but it kind of got a little discouraging the last 3 episodes of Worries and Wine because YouTube started kind of shadow banning me. The topics were either too controversial, too tragic, and they just kind of started like slapping those on my videos. And once they slap those on the videos, it's very hard to promote it because no matter what algorithm you try to place it under by using tags and stuff, YouTube is like, nah, we already labeled this video as something that we definitely don't want getting out there. And that's what happened to my videos. So shout out to vidIQ because that's how I kind of found out what was going on with my videos. So if you are a YouTube creator and you are looking for a little help to understand your videos and tags and stuff, please check out vidIQ. I just want y'all to know that this is a very sweet wine. It's not sparkling, so it's on the flat side, but this wine is actually really sweet and I like. Just to let y'all know. And it is 9:41 in the morning in California. So yes, I am drinking and I have not even had breakfast. Mind your business. So let's get into this, you guys. So Hustle.
That makes 2 of us. but who's judging?
Who's judging? No one, not here, not on this platform, right? So today's topic that we wanted to speak about is about women having a baby daddy. And really what I wanted to focus on, because after Hustle had gave me some great and profound news, I wanted to have this conversation. Why is it that the term baby daddy has such a negative connotation to it when you hear it? So Hustle, do you want to tell them the good news?
Okay, guys. Most of y'all know me on the platform. Your boy is having his first kid, his first and only kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm excited.
Congrats.
I don't know the gender yet because she's still early, but we'll get into it as the show goes on. We'll get into it.
So,
but that's my news.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sis.
I'm so happy you guys
You
like
have to try not to let me drink too much. You know how I get on your show.
Right.
And I got shit to do then.
Right. This is the show where it all goes down. So with that being said, and again, congratulations to you and her. And I cannot wait because I know that I am invited to the baby shower.
And godmom.
Yes, and the godmom.
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all don't understand how excited I am. I'm so ecstatic about that. Okay, so when I found out that this was something that Hustle was getting ready to go into fatherhood, and I'm like, ooh, now you're a baby daddy. But I didn't want to tell him that because it's like, oh, when you tell somebody they're a baby daddy, it's like it's so attached to everything negative. Because I'm like, when I hear my friends say
a lot of negative volume.
Yes, like when I hear my friends say, "Oh, that's my baby daddy," and you like, so y'all don't got to get a relationship, like. So, Hustle, let me ask you this: why do you think the term "baby daddy" is so negative?
First off, I want to say that word is huge in the Black community for sure. I have friends of all races, and I've never even hear them say "baby daddy." My child father, my kid's dad.
Yeah.
And they even blow it up in on Maury.
Yes, definitely on Maury.
A lot of judges say it. It's just kind of like it becomes a negative joke almost. To me, it's a joke. It just makes it's just anything about it is negative. But what was the question again? Look, I got all beat. Look.
No. How much have you had to drink? No, what I wanted to know is why is there so much negativity around it? Like, how did the term baby daddy become baby daddy and mean what it means? Because like I said, when we think of it, right, you think of everything. You think of the girl that's like, oh, she might be a little ghetto, or even if she's not ghetto, but she's like my baby daddy. Like, is it something that women have done? Like the baby mothers, did the baby mothers give that term? Like,
I hate to point the finger, but it's kind of I'm starting to think that it's, but then I don't want to be a make it thing, but it's deep. It starts from there though, because you get a lot of petty women.
Okay.
See, look, if I go too far, I'm gonna get some.
I
might hit the wrong buttons on
that far, because people have to be able to hear why this term exists. Like, go that far. Like, if you have to go that far.
Ladies, I don't want y'all to take it the wrong way, but it all starts with bitterness.
Okay.
Pettiness. Lack of communication is number one. That's how you always end up a baby daddy or a baby mama. Lack of communication.
Here's the thing.
Your friends help.
Play a part. I want to stop you from there. Because what I have experienced, when I have dated men that have kids, and, they talk about their kids, I hear the men always say, oh, my kid's mom, or, they refer to him as something pleasant. And then you hear the mom and she's like, oh, that's just my and da, 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 da. And I just feel like, is it the bitterness rooting from because a relationship didn't work? Is that what that is? Is that where that term came from? Because the relationship didn't work, so they try to disassociate themselves from him. Like, I don't got no ties from him. That's just my baby daddy.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I want to hear from everybody too. If you guys refer to your baby father as baby daddy, please tell me why.
I'm a first time dad, so I'm a first time dad, of course. So, but I know through experience, cousins, older. I got brothers. I got an older brother. I got friends and uncles that have been through it. And it's always the relationship didn't work, and he move on, she move on. It's just like I don't want to make it a sexist thing, like I said, but it all starts from that relationship not working. I really don't see any other way.
Right. Like, why would you come up with such a negative term? And I feel like it was probably meant to be a cute term in the beginning, and it just turned.
I think it was a cute term that went bad.
Yeah, that just kind of like
the media took it and blended it, I think.
Ooh, can you say that one more time for me? The media?
The media took it and blended it. You see Maury, Jerry Springer, they love the word. Oh, you're a baby daddy. Listen, you're a baby daddy.
I mean, Maury takes the cake on all of them because his show is always about the baby daddy, always about the baby father, and trying to see, like, look at the picture, Maury. You know, we all know how Maury goes, right? So now, okay. So if we understand, and if we're going to say that the word comes from bitterness because, you know, maybe the relationship didn't work out or they're upset about that. So how do we coin the term into being something positive? Like, because here's the thing. You said the media plays a role in it. And we also see like celebrities that are almost kind of like the deadbeat dad.
Yeah.
And so deadbeat dad is also an associate of baby daddy. So how do we fix this? Like, how do we get rid of this term? Because it's like, I feel like because there's so much connotation around it, so much going on around it, there's a perspective that's built around it. It's like almost inevitable because we see all these women that get pregnant by like celebrities like Future. We all know Future has so many kids, right?
And that's the king of baby daddy.
Right. He is right. He's like the king of baby daddy with the way that he acts so nonchalant, like nothing bothers him. He's unbothered. He like, in his eyes, he's taking care of his kids, but in the baby mother's eyes, he's like half taking care of the kids. How do we fix this term and say, okay, let's make it not so negative?
But can I ask you a question, though?
Sure. What's up?
A lot of women will think that a man is not taking care of his kids because he's not with them. Does that make him not actually technically not all the way take care of him because he's not with her? See, that's why I'm saying I don't want to go too far off, you know, because it's levels to this baby daddy stuff. And we could be here all day.
Yeah, because, okay, so that is an actual good question, because now that he's not with her and not in the actual home taking care of the child day in and day out, does that not make him a father figure? You know what I mean? It makes him the baby daddy. Oh, you drop off gifts. Oh, you spend a little money here and there. But
that's a baby daddy.
That's a baby daddy.
Because,
but is he a baby daddy if he's paying, like, let's say somebody like Future or, any one of the celebrities, let's just say someone like that who's able to pay thousands a month in child support. Because I remember as a kid, when my mother was receiving child support from my dad, I was only getting $110. So that goes to show how much he was actually making at work. You know what I mean? If I could only get $110. And I hear about these women that are like petitioning the courts for, $3,000 and $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $8,000 a month because they're trying to maintain a lifestyle.
Yeah, because it don't cost that much to take care of baby. Come on now. Yeah.
Okay, I haven't done much research in recent times, but I know that at one point it was stated that it would cost roughly around $20,000 a year to have a baby separately. And I was thinking of like diapers, formula, clothes, because they're growing, they're growing at a faster rate when they're a baby. You know what I mean? It's not until they get older, it kind of slows down and they're in the same size for a very long time. Whereas like, when they're first born, it's like, hell, you just bought them some newborns and now they already in 3 months. You just bought them some 3 months and now they already fitting in 6 months. And depending on your family genes, the baby grows, right? So it's just like, how do we take away the term baby daddy from the women who are petitioning for $4,000, $5,000 a month? Like, because I'm just like, man, at this point, he's not just supporting the kid, he's supporting you too.
He's supporting you, your other little Ray, little Keisha.
Right. So is it fair that she gets to call him baby daddy? I feel like it shouldn't be fair. If a man is giving you that much money, you should give him a little bit more respect on his name.
He should be Big Daddy. For 4 racks.
He should be Big Daddy. Okay.
Big Daddy. Shoot. Big Daddy fronting the bill.
Right. Big Daddy paying for your lifestyle. Big Daddy paying for the big body Benz outside. Big Daddy paying for your clothes. Big Daddy buying. Because, I mean, I'm just sorry. Like, you can take care of a kid. We've seen, and again, y'all know I work with the homeless. So I know that you can take care of a baby for little to nothing. It can be done. There are resources.
Kids.
Okay, now, if we say, okay, how do we coin back the term? How do we add positivity, to the word baby daddy? How do we do that? In today's day and age, how do we combat that? Because you said you brought the media in it. So how do we combat that? Like, why do we highlight? And here's another question for you to ponder why you think about that. Why do we highlight so much negativity when it comes to baby fathers? And then there's less spotlight on, oh, look at this guy spending time with his kids. Why don't we see that? But we always see the stories that, oh, he don't take care of them. He denied my child. We see that. Why do we glorify that and don't glorify the opposite?
Fluff, honestly, and this is off topic, I don't see it changing. Honestly, I just don't. Negativity bring the views. Negativity brings the money. It brings the bad.
Today's day and age, negativity brings the views.
This is what we're living with. This is what we're living like. I wasn't really going through a lot with COVID as far financially. But even if I did, what can I do? I'm only gonna do what I can do. Okay. But I'm not going to make it be a negative thing for myself.
Okay.
What we need to do as human beings is first keep people out of our business.
Right.
First off, don't run the child support. First off, try to fix it within. Can we come to an agreement? We're not together. What can you do to help me support the child?
Like, right, because I feel like I feel like you don't always necessarily need the monetary, because like somebody like me, if I was to have a kid financially, I'm okay. I would be able to take care of me and my kid. So I wouldn't necessarily need for, someone to be like, oh, let me just throw money at you. Because at that point, no, I want you to have a relationship with this child. Exactly. This child is part you, part me. And if we're not together, okay, cool. But I need this child to still know you, because nobody should be able to replace a father figure.
Me and my girl, I talk about all this. This is things I don't care. I brings it up. I'm like, say we don't work out. We in love right now. Say we don't work out. What's the steps? What in your eyes? What's the steps that you would take if we couldn't be together? And she talked about co-parenting, and you do your part as a parent. I do my part as a parent. We don't go to social media to bash each other. If we got to pay for daycare, we split the bill. Like, everything she said was 50-50. Will it be that way if it ever happened? I don't know. And she know I'm real. I'm going to keep it 100. She can see this video. She can see the interview, the show. And she already know how I am, because I want to know. This is questions I asked before we even.
So you guys had that kind of agreement and conversation, because I remember earlier in the conversation you said a lot of this happens because of lack of communication, right? So you have basically said, look, I know that we're having this child together, but we are able to come together and start communicating about the things that we would like to see happen. And I feel like that's because people don't want to have uncomfortable conversations in today's day and age. Excuse me. And I feel like that's where we messed up at, is that people feel like, if we're not on the same wavelength, then we can't talk about it, or me and you are not vibing all of a sudden. And it's like, it's okay. We're not going to vibe all the time. But when it comes to raising a child, when it comes to, two people coming together to say, okay, we're going to coexist to make this work. I don't want to bash you, and I don't want you to bash me during this whole process. Let's not do that. Let's not embarrass each other, but let's just figure out a way to be there for this child. Because one thing I will say about my mother, what I did learn about her, is that I never heard her bad talk my biological father. And I could say, because I that's why I don't understand the term baby daddy at all. I don't understand it. And I understand it, but I don't understand why it's used so negatively, right? Because my mother never bad talk. All the stuff that my real father did, drug abuse, going in and out of jail, all that stuff, she never spoke bad about that man at all. And I remember having a conversation with my biological father. You said, say that one more time.
You literally tear your kids down with that, because like you said earlier, it's 50% of you, 50% of them. This child is y'all.
Right.
So you tear down that kid by telling them this stuff, negative stuff about. Let us grow up and see how bad our parents are. Our other parents.
Because I feel like, and
let me see for
exactly,
myself.
yes, that's exactly what I was getting to. Because later on in life, I had a conversation with my biological grandmother before she was deceased, before she died. And she was trying to make it out like my mother was talking bad about my dad. And I was like, I've never heard my mother talk bad about my father to this day. And I'll be 33 this year, y'all. I have never heard my mother down talk him. I have never. And that is something that I take pride in, because I'm like, even though how bad he was doing, my mother still never fixed her mouth to speak ill against him, because she always felt that how you feel is how you need to feel, not how I need to feel, not how I felt.
But I'm quite sure you've seen it yourself without her even saying anything.
Yeah. I mean,
as kids, we're not done.
My own conclusions, but that's what she wanted me to do as a child. You know, and so why is it that this generation of women don't understand that if the father is not doing what he needs to do, you don't need to down talk him even more, because now you're infiltrating the hate within the kid.
Yep.
I have seen women try to tell their kids, "Oh, that's not your dad." Then who's the child's dad now? Because now you're regretting the fact that you laid up and had a baby with this man.
And you're so upset. And you're so upset that you're not realizing you're teaching your kid to hate at a young age.
You're the very epitome. Like, if you can never say that you taught your kids correctly, because you're now teaching them hate, and then you're teaching them hate against someone who is supposed to love and protect them. And here's the thing: what I do hate is, I absolutely hate this, and y'all can hate me in the comments, y'all can dislike this video all y'all want. I don't care, but I'm about to say this. I am so tired of seeing men who try to be in their children's life, and the women make it even more hard for him to be in their life. I have seen men, "Oh, I want to see my kids this weekend." Girl, this is a free weekend for you. And she'll still be on the phone like, I don't think we could do that.
She'd rather,
because you're mad at him.
She'd rather send them kids to their grandma's house so she can go do her thing for the weekend.
So she can do whatever she wants to do, instead of sending the child with their father, who they can learn lessons from. And then when the child grows up and realizes later on in life, like, dang, my life was harder because my dad wasn't there, but it was also because your mother played a role in it, right? Your mother played a role in this baby daddy situation. Like, I don't think women understand how toxic, and I'm going to say it one more time, how toxic the baby daddy connotation is, because it's the way you act. You show bitterness, you show jealousy. You know, like, he goes and gets a new girlfriend. Now you hating on a new girlfriend for what?
Can I see my son? Go see Tanya's son. Come on now, you being petty. Don't Tanya got a son?
Right.
Yeah,
you want to play daddy over there? What it's like, but Tanya's allowing me to be the father, and you're not even allowing me to be the father in my own child's life. Like,
right. Or Tanya not petty. She let her own baby daddy be a part of her son's life.
Yes.
Tanya's son got a daddy.
Right.
Let me be a daddy. Let me be a father to my kid.
Yes.
Like, look, for example, I got a good friend who's in the dog business also. Been in it longer than me. Man got money. But since he's with somebody else, he can't spend time. She just wants the child support. And she like, we don't need none of that extra. Like, he tell me all the time, you know, I won't put his business all out there, but he tell me all the time, like, man, T, you know I got money. You know, that's not a problem.
Right.
I pay my child support. Sometimes I pay for 2 months. You know, I pays it up. If I want to, I can pay it off. But he like, I want to be in my kid's life. But he said, you know what, T? When they get older, they'll see. When they're old enough, if they want to come to me, we can sit down and we'll talk.
Right.
Why? Because sometimes when you go with somebody else because y'all didn't work out, you just gonna be labeled as the baby daddy because she gonna tell her side of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gonna tell her side of the story.
Because the kid grows up with only one side. Yeah, and that's the unfortunate part, you know. And I hope that situation works out for him. And like you said,
raised up hating, and then you raised up hating your dad or your mom. It could be a mom situation too, but we're on baby daddy topic. But you're raised up like hating your dad, like because that's all you hear is negative.
And don't even know why you hate him. Look, don't even know why you hate him.
But it's been planted in my head now. I hate you. Why?
And you know what?
I just hate you.
And you know what? To add to those sentiments, what happens there is, like you said, it becomes implanted in your head, and it's hard to break that chain. Because what I do know is that it's hard for anybody, if you grow up with your parents and you naturally believe your parents, because you're like, why would my parent lie to me, right? So you naturally grow up believing what your parents have told you. So it's hard for someone to come in and debunk what that parent has already put in your head. Like, it was hard for you to believe that Santa Claus wasn't real, and you had to realize that at some point it was your parents. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
or that time you caught your mama swapping out the tooth.
Right. Right. Yeah, you're like, wait, and it was kind of hard for you to, right. And it's because it's been implanted in your head. But or just like when you grow up and you see it all the time, people are born and they live in, they grow up with different religions, backgrounds, things like that. It's hard for someone to come in and try to tell them otherwise, right? So we know that happens. Why don't women understand that they have that same power with their kids in this baby daddy situation? Like they try to make it out like, oh, I'm just, being real with my kid. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not. You're not. You're setting a tone for your kid. You're setting a tone for the way that they're going to internalize life later on.
Yeah, because to me, everybody has a place, and the kid don't have a place in that type of topic, And I feel like, of course, as they get older, they're gonna ask questions. Do I have a dad? My friend dad takes them to school. Why don't my dad take me to school? That is gonna come up. I feel like let them start asking their questions. Don't be like, oh, your daddy this and this and that, and
right.
I don't know.
All right. Well,
shout out to the baby daddies who really shouldn't be called baby daddies. Though.
Right. Shout out to all the men that are fathers that should not be called baby daddies. You know what I mean? Because if we are going to say that baby daddy is a negative term, I feel like too many women are using it too loosely for situations that is not. Because I believe that I'm not ever going to put a price on it. I will always go for, if you are trying to spend time with your children, I don't care if it's an hour, 2 hours, whatever you got, and you're trying to spend time with that child and you're calling to speak to that child and you want to talk to that child, I feel that you're trying. I feel that you are being an exceptional father. And though your kids and your baby mother or the child's mother may not be able to see it right now, you are still trying, and you should continue trying, because you should never give up on your children, because it's not about you and her. It is about you and that child at that point. And you make
my advice is, like Fluff said, just never give up and just keep trying. Do it to the death if you have to. As long as people who really know you personally know you try. That's all. Try. Just try. Don't never give up on your babies. Never.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. And so, y'all, with that being said, we're going to end this topic right here. We definitely want to hear y'all and what y'all have to say about this in the comments. And if you guys have been looking for me, I have not been totally absent from social media. I have been on TikTok. You can follow me on there, Fooling with Fluffy. I have a new hobby.
Killing it.
I have a new hobby. I like making drinks. So if you want some of those drink recipes, check me out over on TikTok. That's where you guys can find me. Of course, you guys can always check out our Instagrams. Oh, and Hustle, if you guys need to check him out, is that the current Instagram right there?
Let me see when it scroll back through that thing.
If not, we're going to give y'all the right information, okay? But make sure y'all
go to the description for y'all off top.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay. So yeah, just make sure y'all go to his channel. A link will be provided in the description, and also in the comment section. I'll make sure that I put a link to his channel so you guys can go and hang out with Hustle on his own terms. And so he can continuously update you with some of the new content that he's about to drop for you guys, which I'm super excited for, and for his new journey of going into fatherhood as well. So again, we want to say congratulations to you, Hustle. I cannot wait. I'm super excited. Yes. So
love y'all. Appreciate y'all for having me on here again. I'll be back.
He will be. He will, because that's my brother, y'all. You already know. And with that being said, you guys, don't forget, it's okay to have your worries and wine. He finished his wine already.
Oh, but I can pour another one, but we out though. So
right.
You know what I'm saying?
We out. We good. We good. All right, y'all. And with that being said, we will see y'all later. Bye.